Good day, merry meet. My name is Glennis. I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, well, welcome. This channel is about all things witchy and a little bit of education and a whole lot of fun. And if you're a returning subscriber, well, welcome. Thank you for joining me. You guys, I think, already know how very much you all mean to me. Today, I've got a few things happening here, and I just wanted to say I think you guys can see it, I'm not really quite sure. I've got a prosperity candle that I've actually been burning for someone I consider a very, very dear friend. And I am so hopeful that all of these good vibes are making their way across the country and that they're doing well and happy. But yes, I'm definitely still working this. But with the Sturgeon Moon, now you guys already know about that, right? The Sturgeon Moon, of course, is named after the fish. And I've only seen a few sturgeon in my day. Of course, I did spend a little bit of time in Canada. But, or you could call it a barley moon, whatever is harvested during August full moon. But I believe it has something to do with and forgive my pronunciation of this, the Algonquin tribe in Canada. But anyway, it's a very, very powerful moon, and I thought I would share what I'm going to be doing. Now you guys, if you don't know, you're getting ready to learn. I not only like to do things that I can use in my spells and my magic, but I also like to kick it up a little bit of a notch. So with that, without further ado, I'll just get started and show you what I'm going to be doing tonight. I've gathered together everything that I think that I need here, and really this is only a quarter of what is needed for this spell. What is needed for this, and it's not really a spell per se, but what is really most important are your intentions. And again, I know you guys are going to get sick of hearing me say that, but you honestly, those of you who know, you have more power than you realize, and it's there. It's just a matter of you harnessing it and using it to however you see fit. But what I have here, I'll break it down, is I have, of course, I've got my grimoire here, and I don't really need it, but if I need to refer back to my notes, I certainly will, because I don't want to forget anything. But what I have here is, and I guess I should have told you, it's a Rose of Jericho spell. And before I get started, I'll just give you a look-see. And I'll maybe put it up a little bit. You can just barely see a little bit of the green peeking through there. And right up under here are the roots. And I'm sure you guys already know all about the Rose of Jericho. It's been around probably forever. And what I'm going to do is, not only am I going to be using this for prosperity for myself, I will be using the water that it blooms in and charges in under the full moon tonight. I'll be using it as holy water to consecrate tools, cleanse myself, cleanse my home. I mean, anything that you can use holy water for, you can use this water for, okay? But what I have, actually, like I said, is a and again, this is not something I went out and bought. I've had it for, gosh, probably 20 years. And of course, we all know frogs are a symbol of prosperity, and which is why I was so happy to see that frog kicking about at the hollow. And you know, he just, you know, even though I told him, you know, please leave, you know, there's lots of people gonna come, and he just wouldn't leave. And I think he eventually did, but so a dear friend gave this to me, and I've always used it, and so far it's been very, very good to me. But I'll be using this. I will be using, the spring water from the hollow, which again, this has such great meaning for me, and of course this has such great meaning for me. This is spring water from the hollow. You guys do know I have a creek, and I did not gather this water from the creek. There is actually a hand-dug spring there that I can, if in a pinch, I can get water from, but it's definitely beautiful, glorious spring water. And I've got this, and I'm going to be using this for my Rose of Jericho in an empty container to gather my water together in once I finish. And of course, my Rose of Jericho, I'm burning some rose incense in honor of Hecate. And as you guys already know, I'm a Hecate devotee. And I have my little frog here. I think you guys can see him. And you know, he's one of those really cheap, cheesy things, and I don't know, for some reason I love him. But I've got him in a little terracotta dish. He's burning some incense too. He's having a little smoke there. But my little prosperity frog, and I've got him perched up on a bit of pyrite, or fool's gold. And in my bowl here, you'll also need, and again, these are things that just mean something to me. You have to select something that means something to you. But really all that's needed for the spell is a container, your Rose of Jericho, clear quartz crystals, and clear quartz crystals are known as a master healer. So I will be using these in the water. And I've also got a little charm here that means something to me. And I have this old silver dollar. I believe it's a 1922, I think. I don't want to put my glasses on, but a 1922 piece dollar. And of course it's a peace dollar because we all want peace. And it is old money, but it also belonged to my late father. So I'll be throwing that in there as well. And a couple of international coins. And although I don't typically spell for money per se, I do spell for prosperity. And prosperity, as you guys already know, comes in so many different ways. Money, opportunities, jobs, friends, like you guys. And I've been so fortunate. But the Rose of Jericho means longevity, and of course resurrection, good health, and abundance, which is like prosperity. And now as far as the water is concerned, like I said, I mostly will be using it for protection and cleansing. And really, all you have to do is just pour your water. And again, I'm going to be doing this tonight. All you have to do is pour a wee bit of water. It doesn't have to be a lot. And place your crystals. You can use one. You can use however many it is that you care to. You can use 3. And, you know, just place those in there. Your water. And all you have to do, and I'm actually using my crystals to kind of stabilize, that's the word I'm using, stabilize my Rose of Jericho. And I'll be taking this out under the full moon. And you can come up with any kind of incantation you so desire. You can say, Rose of Light, as you unfold, remove all evil, make me bold. This, or whatever, again, whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter at this point, because you could say gibberish, and as long as your heart and your soul, and you're pouring your intentions into it, and more than likely I will sit, and I will sit, and I will pour all of my energies and all of my intentions and all of my good thoughts and wishes, and meditate for probably a half an hour to an hour, at which time it will start to unfold within usually half an hour. And at that time, I will place very, very carefully my money and my charm. I would not recommend putting anything organic in here, simply because at some point in time you'll want to take it out and let it dry up on its own, and so you can reuse it again at another time. But after a half an hour, I will, once I think it's unfolded enough, I will put my charms and my money in, do it like that, take it out very briefly, and my crystals out, and take this water and decant it into my bottle. And at which time you can refill it again with, not, I mean, you don't want way too much water in here, but enough water in here to enable this to draw. And it will continue over, gosh, 2 or 3 days to totally unfold. And again, you know, keep it out of direct sunlight. I don't think it needs, you know, too much sunlight, but keep it out of sunlight and just keep it happy, healthy. And if you see the water start to absorb, then, you know, definitely by all means give it just a wee bit more. You don't want to overdo it. And, you know, after about a week or so, you know, take it out, leave the charms, the money, whatever it is that you want to put in here. You may want to put a talisman. That's really entirely up to you. And let it fold back up and wait until the next time. But again, thank you guys so much for your support and your words. And let me know how you're going to celebrate the moon tonight. And you know what, with that, I'm going to say merry part. And I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.